I sure
But
appreciate
shit, anyway, welcome to another episode of Talking in Tangents. It's your boy, your host, Anthony Truth Gary, with the niggas in the room. They can introduce themselves. They cannot. Who cares? Let's go. Let's do this. Let's make it.
J5 the killer.
I will remain the mystery. You must pay for my information, qualify for the documents.
What are you, Chris Rock?
Hey, maybe.
Yeah, it hurt, but I ain't gonna tell you about it till you pay me.
Exactly.
That's a smart shit.
Because of why? Because of why?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I bet he done already wrote like a fucking pamphlet of jokes on that nigga.
Guarantee you, because
That
probably in one night. In one night, he probably
It was
wrote
probably that
$100 million
night.
worth of content in one night.
Just like slap the fuck out of me.
You know?
I can't imagine that nigga in the dressing room just. So what you want to do about this rock? I want to hit that nigga with a rock. That's what I would have wanted to do. But anyway, fuck that. You know, it's crazy enough watching the whole situation, and it's like, think if this would have happened like years ago, like in the 90s or some shit. Like if we didn't have Twitter, like the impact this would have had, like it would have been different. Matter of fact, we would have never saw it.
We would have never saw
We
it.
would have never saw that shit.
Yeah.
They would have had a 20-second delay. Well, then again, Will Smith wouldn't have been winning the fucking best actor anyway. So not in the 90s.
It would have been some weird cut, some weird edit, and we were like, well, "That was weird." And they would have went to like a Coca-Cola commercial, or something, you know.
But everybody in the know.
But everybody
Know what
there
really
was
happened.
just like, "Man, Will slap the shit out of him," and then they started tussling in the back, you know. Like it would have been a whole thing, but you know,
It's just, you know, this whole experience makes me realize how much damaging social media actually is.
Yeah.
Because you got niggas campaigning for this dude. Like, you had a dude who ain't never won nothing talking about he needs to get back his Oscar. Nigga, you never even won a Soul Train Award. Like, this motherfucker, he ain't even won a fucking Source Award. He ain't even won a Daytime Emmy.
yeah.
Talking about telling a nigga who done won shit before, been nominated before.
Yeah, but it also helps sort them niggas out. Like, it's like, we can look at you and you can say that shit, but we can also look you up and be like, nigga, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But to me, this is what social media has done. So, like, every now and then I kind of, like, look back in life and think about what it was like before social media. Like, do y'all still have that? Do y'all still remember what that was?
The good old days, man.
I think about it. Beauty
Man.
standards were entirely different back in the day.
Everything was different.
Like, the BBLs, fucking tummy tucks, them
Yeah.
fucking corsets, them waist trainers,
Everything was
all that is social media.
Everything was isolated to the people that it actually concerned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it's just before you even can process what's going on, the whole world got an opinion on it. And it's just like, man, damn. Like I missed the days of family business. You know what I'm saying? Our neighborhood problems, you know?
Yeah. And only neighborhood problems you can hit.
Well, I mean, to be connected with everybody is to be connected with everybody.
Everybody.
So it's like,
No, I feel that. I'm more so talking about the, like, as far as, so information wise,
but
I like social media for the fact that I get information about things. The problem is the information isn't always a credible source or just even right. Come on, man. We spent a whole day trying to figure out if Rihanna and ASAP Rocky actually broke up, and then some nigga like, I'm sorry for spreading the rumor. Like, what are you spreading the rumor for?
I didn't spend the whole
You
day.
did because you deciphered through the information you wanted to care about. And then
No, because I was like watching.
When I say I'm thinking every time that when I check my Facebook and my Instagram, someone new is posted. This is not me looking for it. It's just what's being
like
displayed to me.
I avoided social media after the Chris Rock slap.
You
'Cause
have to, because
I was like,
everybody wants to share their opinion.
That's what everybody gonna be talking about,
and I think
I don't want to hear.
I think our ability to process information, like our processing capacity, hasn't caught up with the internet yet. The human processing capacity has not caught up with the internet yet.
It's too fast,
and we're slowly coming to and figuring out on our own privately, like what I should care about, what I shouldn't care about. But you know, it's good to reminisce on the days, and we're so lucky we had summers with no internet growing up.
Yeah.
But we also
dial up.
We also understand where mankind is going. We got to be more connected. We got to be able to. You got to be able to do business no matter what the time zone is, no matter what the religious background is. You know, no matter what, you got to be like, you know, got to move.
Well, the idea that you have to be that connected isn't. I don't think that's the right way to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be more invested in the human aspect. And with the internet, we can find, you know, somebody else. If I don't like this tire shop, I can go over here. If I don't like that tire shop, I can look up 3 different tire shops. But what make you, you know what I'm saying? What make you stand out? So we have to have that human connection. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the internet robs us of. Because we feel like it can come up at any time. We can get it at any time because we can just summon it at any time through Instagram, through Facebook, and through anything. Like
Dave Chappelle said it best. He was like, when I was a kid in the 80s, he was a teenager in the 80s, and he remembers the teacher wheeling out a TV to watch the Challenger go up in the air and go out into space.
Nigga, I remember that in
that bitch blew
elementary
up.
school.
But we weren't. No, that happened before we were born. He was a kid. That didn't happen when we was in elementary school.
No, we watched the ship go up in elementary school. I remember.
You're talking about the one that blew up the Mac.
No, it didn't
I'm about
blow
to
up.
say because I went to the school named after one of the guys in that Challenger.
What the fuck? We was in middle school.
Yeah. Only thing I remember in middle school, we watched the fucking 9/11. That's what I remember. In
I
middle
definitely
school.
remember
I
that.
definitely remember.
I remember that.
I
That's
remember
what
that.
happened to us in middle school.
Yeah, we watched that shit though. The world stopped, and then they was like, they got a microphone on the intercom. Was like, hey, send them cheering home.
Yeah, nigga, they canceled our football game that week. Like they just like, nah.
Man, the whole world stopped.
I'm good.
And we were just old enough to know something big is going on, but not old enough to understand that.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah.
that's surreal.
So it's like, so imagine that happening, and now that's every day on the hour. Like it's like living in a world where everybody wants you to care about what they care about.
Yeah,
and it's hard. Like you got to realize there's people who are human beings that when it comes to caring about other human beings, they're like, are they related to me? Are they, do I really want any of that?
You know, and I always try to tell my dad. My dad gets on me because he's like, man, he's like, y'all generation, y'all don't want to watch, y'all don't want to watch the news. Y'all don't want to watch the news. You know, you got to stay, up on everything. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. I do need to be informed as an adult, as a part of society, but I cannot watch the bad news hour every night. It's not good to my spirit. It's not lending to my actual life. He was like, what you mean? It's like, this is real life. You need to know geopolitics. Da, da, da. I was like, do I really?
Yeah.
Do I really need
Are you
to
even
know?
being told the truth?
You know what I'm saying? And I live by the creed that like the cream is going to rise to the top. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not going to miss the end of the world.
Yeah, because we're going to be there.
We're going to be there.
I think it's important.
I think you need to be loosely aware. It needs to be in your peripheral, but if it's in the front of your vision, if it's on the front of your thought when you wake up and you go to bed, it taints your view of your actual life, your actual world. When you go to the Publix, the grocery store, when you go, to the Pee Wee football game, it taints your vision of the world to think that everything is the Ukraine and Russia right now. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you know what? I would agree with you. But like, if I am, I don't know how to put this shit. Like,
No, I see the benefit of social media. Don't get me wrong. I know we can't go backwards here. It's not happening.
Yeah,
it's just not happening. Be honest with you, how I combat it is just the fact that I'm a person who likes old shit. Like I'm a very nostalgic person. Mm-hmm. You go in my front room, what do you see? Vinyl records.
Yeah.
You also see film cameras. You see that I have some shit that until 2001 was the norm in any type of film society, and then digital cameras came out, and that's what people shoot on for the most part, or at least anyone trying.
I just found some wild shit about digital cameras. Dog. Like, did you know Kodak is?
I bet I know. Let's see.
Kodak is taught as don't be like Kodak and is as a business,
right?
Because they employ like over 100,000 people, right? They developed the ability to make the digital camera, right? And instead of instead
investing
of investing in it, they hid it, right? Didn't patent it, and then kept doing what they do. And of course, time goes on. Somebody is going to develop the digital camera, right? The digital camera comes out. Oh my God, Kodak goes from #1 to.
Let's rewind to a previous episode. That exclusivity model never works.
Nope.
You cannot exclude the world to your product. If your product has a purpose, you need to work hard on making that shit accessible to as many people as possible. You can have tiers of entry. You can have an entry level Lambo, but eventually you need to be selling that crossover Lambo for the family who just got new money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna survive. It's not an option. You got to be accessible to really be able to advance with the pace of the industry, the different things.
I mean,
in my opinion.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I see that. But for the,
But I kind of got off topic.
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's a
It's all
tangent.
good. It's
That was a tangent.
baby.
Yeah, big
Tangent.
tangent.
But it's like, all right. So with social media, let's talk about like the psychology of society would be different as far as the
without-
absence of social media.
Without social media, you know what? I can't say that it would be better, and I also can't say that it would be worse because
What was that?
My heart dropped a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was just watching that hit the ground. I am livid.
ain't no way you did.
Oh,
It's
oh,
right
thank
there
God.
on the ground.
It's a little dust.
That's enough dust to piss me off. that's at least a bowl. Goddamn. Somewhere in life. And I- so I-
But I can't say it'll be better. I can't say it'll be worse because, like, sometimes people need that connection to know that somebody is feeling like they feeling. You feel me?
That's true.
But at the same time, not everybody need to talk.
yeah.
That's true as well.
Yeah, because social media has provided a platform in which you can just say whatever the fuck you want to say. Like, look at Twitter.
As you should.
How often do you see someone write this cryptic message that if you don't really know this person, you don't know what the fuck they're talking about?
Right.
And then if you ask them, why they ask you, why are you in my business?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm confused.
Or you get some vague ass answer. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I get it. It's none of my business.
Yeah.
But you made it public.
Even
it
though
is
you-
weird. Yeah.
So it's just like a weird moment. So I'm like, all right, so if you have a social media, make that bitch private if you don't want
Listen, I
Why be
my
public?
all my social media I barely post.
But
And-
why
and
be on social media if it's private? That's funny.
that's funny. It's like but we have this.
It's a good thing.
We had this
I don't know.
weird.
I don't have nothing private.
We had this weird urge. We want to be connected. We had this FOMO urge to where we don't want to miss out. We want to be connected, but then we don't want everybody infringing on our process and our
We
business.
only want people to know what we want them
What
to know.
we want them to know, and that's why you got the metaverse popping up. And you're like, okay, now people gonna build this whole artificial,
Yeah, so people
world.
creating their own avatars on what
Yeah.
they want you. But think they were doing that before the metaverse. People think of
Yeah.
all the
They
people
doing that in real life.
Yeah,
yeah. But
Do
think
plastic surgery and all sorts of everything.
shit, are niggas just on Instagram holding Hennessy bottles but sleeping on someone's couch?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like where you get them Hennessy bottles? And you
Or the pastor in front of the church preaching, but he got 3 side pieces sitting right next to the first lady.
that first lady know that.
Does she? Or if she does know it, she got a whole world of mitigating that shit and managing all his side
Yep.
pieces. But the congregation can never know the politics of what it is to be the first lady. So it's like this dual life.
Well, it's
you know?
it's like back in the day with I think Genghis Khan. He had a
Genghis Khan.
he had a wife. He had a harem of hoes. He had
Yeah,
he
he
had
had a
a
harem,
harem.
bro.
He
Yeah.
had like a legit harem. Like, I'm
Nigga, 10% of Asia bears his DNA.
That's some crazy shit.
So this nigga had a harem of women. His wife was like, "I'm gonna pick your hoes." So to be one of his concubines, his wife had to go. You'll do.
Y'all don't understand that shit. Nigga, modern day, 10% of Asia, 10%
That's a lot of.
of niggas in Asia
how
has his DNA. That nigga was fucking, dog.
So you know what that means? The modern superstar has nothing on that nigga.
Nothing.
He's like,
Yeah.
man, I done fucked generations of women.
Legendary.
Come on, man. This nigga is a legit probably person who's fucked a grandma, a mom, and a daughter.
Yep. Just
You
because-
know what?
Like just on.
Or the
He was
inverse.
passing through.
He was passing through. Like damn,
Or
your
the
daughter fine.
inverse. He
that
did-
whole family bad. Let me go on.
Or the inverse. He did a shit ton of killing.
Yeah.
That too. That
But
too.
you know what? He actually, believe it or not, so his father, his grandfather, so the original Khan who like made the name famous was Kubla, which is like his grandfather.
Kublai Khan.
Or was
That's
it
a fire name.
It is. Or you know what? It could be the reverse. I forgot. I saw Marco Polo. That's how I know the most about it. but anyway,
It was Genghis.
But-
Genghis. No, it's Kubla. Genghis.
I think it's Kubla.
and Genghis.
I
One
think
of them
it's one of them motherfuckers.
Can you imagine being born in that family and just being like, you know what? I'm more of an introvert. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of
two.
want
Like,
to.
yo,
Like we good. We got a
They
lot of
like-
land. We
they
good.
It was
like-
Kubla.
Khan.
Kubla was the more benevolent one.
kill them niggas.
He just wanted his money.
Well, imagine that. Imagine having to grow into savagery, and it's not in you. You just didn't get your granddaddy savagery. You just like fuck.
I mean,
But they-
shit.
I mean,
that's
that's when they called you like a sissy back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
man, he
That's
was
what
like,
Spartans did.
you know what you mean? You don't want to rip a nigga heart out.
Yeah.
That's what Spartans did. Spartans put their niggas out there and it was like, well, shit, if he
he
can't
get it-
survive,
See, I think-
we can't use you.
Hey, look. I guess in the ancient world, I would have been like an explorer or some shit. I would have
You'd
been
have been a poet.
Fuck you. Well, you know what? Cool, dope. I've been a philosopher. Yeah. And I don't even take.
I don't
that
know.
as a-
They forced Socrates to commit suicide or some shit like that.
Well, you know.
And they had to drink some poison on you.
But nonetheless, I don't think I would have been on that just like warring for the sake of warring because it's my birthright type shit. I just don't. I just want something good to eat, something good to drink, something good to fuck.
I'd have
I'm
been
straight.
like, I'd have been one of them. So what y'all niggas doing?
Exactly. You still would have been that pull up dude. You still would have been like, man, you know what I'm saying? So and so killed a lamb last night. We got some
China.
fresh meat on the grill. Da da da. It just would have never. I don't know. I think it.
I mean, I got some shit. Yeah, I would have been like, shit, I got some shit going on, but what y'all niggas doing?
Yeah. You like I got this new burning bush green from da 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 da. We we can smoke that and chill.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know. All I remember was the good old days is when we talked on the phone, hung out outside till the street lights came on,
Man, caught lightning bugs.
called lightning bugs. Come
Man.
on. Remember?
When the last time you seen it like
Y'all
that?
Remember-
niggas ain't never caught no lightning.
Man, you tripping.
Are
I
you
used to
lying?
have a whole
In the-
mason
in the-
jar.
in
You
the
better
solo
stop-
cups, nigga?
Man,
Come on.
bro. You better stop playing.
I had the solo cups.
Had
for
the
my
whole
lightning
mason
bugs.
jar. It was evil, and you think
It was very evil.
Fuck.
I had
But-
toes, nigga. We had a little pond behind the house at one point before
All
they
that shit.
hooked that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a little pond. My brother caught. It was like a whole bunch of toads. We caught like 4 or 5 of them. And then all I remember was my brother didn't realize that toads aren't like they don't swim.
He was like,
They don't go in water. So my brother washed out the thing and he drowned them bitches.
Damn.
He killed all my goddamn toads.
yeah.
I remember crying.
Toes are not amphibious.
Yeah, I'm not. They're amphibians. They're
Oh.
just not swimming.
They can't swim.
They don't swim. They're like, nah, we catch
I'm
bugs.
be-
on-
I'm
That
be-
doesn't mean that means they're not amphibious.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm today years old. Learning
I'm
this
pretty
shit.
sure a toad has to be an amphibian. Like that, it would be weird if it
The
wasn't.
definition of amphibian is
Oh, let's do a Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Break. Hold on. Let's see.
third grade all over y'all. Because I don't remember none of this shit.
So toads are a breed of frog. I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. You knew
yes,
that.
You did.
You knew that.
Yes, you did.
No,
bro.
I thought
They
toads-
looked at like them niggas. Like, what you mean?
I mean, so what I'm saying is one doesn't go.
You thought toads and frogs were different.
Yeah, but
yeah, because they are.
They are.
yeah,
They
Let's
are.
see. So toads are amphibians.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
all right. So,
Well, you learn something.
because I was about to say, I was like, I don't even know. Now I'm questioning what does amphibian mean. I just know they're not reptiles. I know that
What
much.
does amphibian mean? Amphibian means I don't know that first word.
Uh-oh.
Let's see, theropod vertebrate class of
Oh, it has to deal with bone structure.
let's
We
see,
ain't got time for that.
Okay,
I know
they start off
frogs
as
taste good,
larvae. They're like animals that start
Nigga,
out
this
as
a whole
larvae.
tangent.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying they start out as larvae that grow up in some water and they poop it out or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, my brother, he killed the motherfuckers, and I think that was the beginning when me and my brother started to see life differently.
That was a few. That's
Yeah,
in a few.
no, probably a little
Nigga,
bit.
we used to catch lizards and all sorts of shit.
I mean, lightning bugs. When we saw those in the backyard, of course we went after them.
It's so
I got a
funny.
little lizard that bit me on my finger.
That was your fault.
It didn't hurt.
See when
It
y'all
was very small.
No.
growing like see on the south side where I grew up in College Park, it was a lot of woods. Like it was a lot of deep in the woods. You know, it was a graveyard that was behind my house that was overgrown and
A graveyard.
A graveyard.
Like you saw a headstone.
headstones, and they were old headstones. Like,
Oh, so you had some slaves back there.
I don't know what they were. I don't,
Nah,
you know,
it'd be like that.
but it was woods. You know, it's a church not too far behind my house, and it was just woods. But when I came to the east side, I was a teenager or young. I was like 13 or I can't remember. But like that's when I met y'all. The east side was all developed. It felt like everywhere I turned, it was something. You know what I'm saying? I never saw like a patch of woods. But y'all were there, you know, y'all were
that
babies.
shit was wood.
It
that
was
was
woods.
woods.
So
Like Publix wasn't there. Walmart.
Walmart definitely
so
wasn't
Publix
there.
was woods. What you telling
Like,
me?
dude,
Publix was-
Panola
And they talking
Road.
about Panola Road Publix.
Panola Road was, you know, that little tire shop that's right off the exit. That used to be a gas station.
Yeah.
That was a gas station
That was
back
an
in the day.
Exxon.
Yeah, it was an Exxon.
Oh
back
no,
in
no. Amico.
Amico. Okay, you know this dude named Phil owned it. I think. Roger. That was the guy's name, Roger.
Yeah.
So across the bridge, only thing there was that motel and the McDonald's and Burger King.
Yep.
That was it. Wasn't no fucking Quick Trip.
And that
Oh no, the
Quick Trip wasn't-
the Checkers was there.
Checkers didn't show up to like Checkers took us. It wasn't there in get go. It was like maybe like almost 2000 when Checkers showed up.
Maybe yeah.
see,
I
I don't
remember
even-
commercials.
I don't know Panola Road without Walmart. Like I
Yeah.
came late.
Dude,
Yeah, they
Walmart
mentioned
showed
that.
up, crime showed up, niggas was getting robbed in the
Nigga-
parking lot.
Niggas,
Everything.
niggas, if we
I
was
was
going
like,
to
God
Walmart,
damn.
we had to go to Kanye's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next to the Golden Corral.
Yeah, yeah.
If we was going to Walmart, we had to go.
Man,
to
so that was life before social media.
yeah.
and then goddamn,
lot
And
of
then now niggas know Walmart is dangerous. Now they won't even go
and
to it
then
no more.
goddamn, the grocery store across the street, what
The Winn Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Then it turned into a Save-A-Lot.
No, it came to Save Right.
Save Right, yeah.
Save Right.
Save Right.
And now it's a Food Depot. No, then it was abandoned for like fucking 8 years.
And then
it became a Food Depot. I remember when I first walked in there, I was like, yo, I remember this when it was fucking Winn Dixie.
Yeah.
Like that's how I still remember it. Like you had a place where you can get your fucking scratch offs or what's some shit's called? Money orders.
And nigga, when that motherfucking Chinese
Dude, that Chinese restaurant is the only still to this day. It's the
to
only,
this day,
it's the only place. It's the only one
that go to show you how necessary that fucking the beef and broccoli and all that shit is needed. In the hood.
I remember in high school, it was like 10th when we had that deep freeze. Was that 10th grade, 10th or 11th grade?
Yeah.
And everything was frozen. Like the car was frozen. Like we couldn't even open the car door. It was frozen. So for some reason, we thought to ourselves, let's go check on the Chinese place across the street. Boy, them motherfuckers was open. Like,
Yeah, they don't-
And
their work ethic is
I mean, the only ones on the block open.
yeah, they work.
And we
ethic
were
is
sitting
different.
there, and I'm just sitting there. I was like, I can't believe this shit. I'm like, well, let me get a braid.
he's like, what, y'all don't do this?
I'm like,
Yeah,
so how long?
exactly. That's exactly how they look. They look like you not working. Like bills stop because it's cold outside.
He
Like,
said, you here, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I am fucking here.
I respect that shit. That immigrant hustle, man. That it to me is the hood hustle times 1,000 because they're just like it took generations for me to make the hop. You know what I'm saying? In a real way.
You know how I look at it? It's like, I look at it like when you've been working for a company for so long, and then the new hire come on and he trying a little too hard, and you like, bruh, chill out.
But this company ain't shit.
It ain't.
I'm like, no,
It ain't gonna be
That's
that
real.
good.
That's real talk. That is exactly how African Americans look at immigrants. We be like, bro, these
ain't
these
gonna-
niggas don't
it
really
ain't
care.
gonna be
Like, that's
that
exactly.
He's like, you don't come to work on time? I'm like, why?
These niggas don't give a fuck.
I never thought about it like that, but that's exactly what it is.
Dude, that's why black people be hating on Mexicans. Because them niggas be like my dad to this day had them people working on this house. He was like, man, I love them. Because they start work at 7 o'clock. I look out my driveway at 6:45. Them niggas just sitting there listening to their mariachi music.
Man. You know, that's why I live around nothing but
Them
Mexicans.
niggas had a
and,
whole
yeah.
picnic when they was doing our roof. Them niggas had a whole picnic on the side of the yard.
Yep. I never thought.
And was sitting there just like,
It was kids and wives and shit.
But you know what?
see, that's, man,
That's a side note. I get very
I
offended.
would love that.
I get very offended when I hear like immigrant communities like that are a few generations in really shit on African Americans. Like I get super offended because I'm like, you cannot have that corner store without us.
No,
You can't have nothing. You
need
can't
our
drive
hood.
down the street with a registered car without us. Like you wouldn't have shit without us. So for better or for worse, whatever you do or don't like, keep that shit quiet and understand that we're the reason why your American dream is a real dream and not a fantasy.
Like shit, niggas don't
Martin
even
Luther King
realize. Niggas don't even
had a
realize.
dream.
Like, you know how the sidewalk had that little divot when you roll up on the sidewalk. Nigga, that came from the civil rights movement.
Man.
yep, because we needed that. Like, you think about back in the
Them
day.
them niggas in wheelchairs used to have to hop that curve. But because black niggas was wanting some rights and shit, now they get to roll up.
It's true. They used to have to roll on gravel and shit. Like, you using a wheelchair, dude. Discrimination ain't just a skin color. It's physical discrimination,
All of it.
language discrimination. There's all types of like it's
Vision
Old
impaired,
people
like
want
the
hearing
civil rights
impaired.
movement was more than just black
It's
black
civil- it's
people.
civil
It was for
rights.
everybody.
Yeah,
If you was a little slow, you got some money for it.
Man.
You got help. Like,
We literally made this company shit.
yeah.
Like we made this company
We
worth
made them get off the pot. They're like, oh,
So that's
nigga,
what-
this
that shit
minimum
is-
wage ain't gonna do.
That shit's so funny. I never thought about it
Yeah.
like that. Like we been at this company from Jump Street. We know they health coverage wasn't shit. We know they time off. You know, their vacation package wasn't
At all.
shit. PTO, whatever. You know.
So speaking of the civil rights movement, you know, I think back at those times, and I know people don't really talk about these chapters of the civil rights movements, but you know, Martin Luther King, he got a lot of hoes.
Of course. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, like he got a lot of hoes, and we have to realize that some of them hoes that he got was some of our grandmas.
Yep.
So you know, by that proxy, grandma was a freak.
And grandma was a real one.
All right, putting it down.
And grandma was a real one. Grandma was a whole freak. Somebody grandma was a home wrecker.
Yeah.
And everybody
Proud of it, too.
And a lot of people, I ain't gonna say everybody, a lot of people's grandma was a real one. Because unlike today, they don't get a book deal off their hoism.
No.
They understand the bigger package. They understand like, yo, I got a little bit of money put in my pocket. I got some notoriety, some clout, but I'm not about to shake up the whole scene for my gain. You know what I'm saying? To whereas now it's just like super hair. As soon as she fuck somebody with six figures, she's like, I'm about to write me a memoir.
I'm telling everybody. I'm gonna tell you how fast it came. I kept a stopwatch.
They saw the bigger picture. They saw the movement. You know what I'm saying? And for better or for worse, you know.
I guess what makes me say that is one thing I've always noticed about like just looking at the progression of time and also the face of every generation that comes out is this every time you know we get older, we're considered a little bit more sexual, a little bit more freakish. Like I can't believe you have no respect for your body or your soul or whatever other thing they want to use to judge you by. But back in the day, grandma was busting it open. Think about how many grandmas you know with side bitches. Quite a few. All them single mamas. He like his daddy in his life, but he can't be.
To be fair, a lot of them grandmamas was not just side bitch. A lot of grandmamas thought they was the main one. They had a whole family, and they just thought granddaddy had a sales job.
Yeah,
You know, that's a big problem.
Think
a lot of the granddaddy had a whole family just 50 miles on the other side of town.
Think about the time that somebody was 16 years old and he was driving his first car and he sees his dad in the park playing basketball with a kid he ain't never seen before. That looks just like his daddy. You be sitting there like, who that nigga playing with basketball with my daddy?
Man, bro, and he get dunked on every summer by the same dude. Like, man, this dude, he look just like me.
He look
This
just
nigga
like me and he tall.
Nigga, I was just listening to this podcast. This nigga was saying that he went home with this girl and they was gonna fuck and everything, right? As they walk into her bedroom, he see a picture of his dad on the wall with her.
God.
He's like,
Dang.
he was like,
How you know
He's
him?
like, why you got a picture of my dad up here? She was like, oh, that's my dad.
Oh, Lord.
Man, that has to hurt, bro.
Oh, Lord.
That has to hurt. That has to hurt as a nigga. You be sitting there like, damn. Like you can't tell nobody about that. You can't really. You can't be like, man, me and that girl with that fat ass, this and that, and this. My motherfucking sister. You can't, man.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie. I will never forget my dad for that. I'm like, Dad, you cost me a nut.
And then what if your sister was the neighborhood? You know what I'm saying?
You took a nut.
I was about to fuck.
You took a nut from me, Dad. Now I can't, man. Now one of the homies has to hit her, like on principle.
That's why we got to be grateful. Of
I don't
the
mean
internet.
that, y'all.
We got to be grateful of
I mean,
Facebook.
it's opportunity now, though.
It's comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy.
We gotta be. We gotta be blessed that we have 21 and me. You know, we gotta be blessed of these
I don't
technological
fuck, I don't
advancements.
fuck with 21 and me.
Ain't nobody trying to do it.
Ain't nobody doing that. Man, I already know I'm related to racist politicians.
One
I'm
of my
good.
one
I
of
don't
my
want to
brothers
find out nothing else.
One of our brothers called that shit from Jump Street. He was like, "They not about to compile my data." He was like, "Fuck these niggas."
Now my brother, he said he wants to do
Also,
it.
like, how useful is my DNA at this point? Like,
Oh, it's very useful.
It's very useful,
but it's not
don't get it
useful. It's
twisted.
not useful.
You seen Get Out?
It's not useful in the way they marketed it to you.
that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna do a lot of things with your DNA. They still trying to figure out how not to get sunburned. They're gonna do a lot.
You
of
know
things
why
with
people
you.
want to grow afros? Come on.
Bruh, they trying to get that fast twitch. You know.
Dude, white people come on. Dude, our DNA is so powerful.
Hey, Tom, like, you seen that
What?
that new Jordan Peele movie? Nope.
I ain't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
When does that come out?
I know.
You seen any of the trailers?
Yeah,
No, I
I saw
haven't
the
even
trailer.
seen none.
And
Oh, my
Kiki
God.
Palmer's in it.
Oh my
I'll
god.
let
yeah.
y'all folk keep on.
This nigga right here, dude. This nigga love Kiki Palmer because Kiki Palmer is like maybe a few years younger than, maybe like 3 or 4 years younger than us. This nigga loved Kiki Palmer when we were young.
Yeah,
Like he was like 24. He was like,
this is when the
I still remember when.
I was like,
what-
she gonna be bad.
She gonna be bad.
This
Like
is
this
when
nigga
the
was,
hall pass game goes wrong.
So I cannot.
Hall pass game is always fun to play with your girl, but it's always fun to play because you both believe you'll never run across these people. This nigga ran across Kiki Palmer in a real way.
Yeah.
He has a
Oh, you
grown
did?
ass man,
did?
her equal, and his girl was like,
At the job, you know, the radio station was.
oh, how did that go? I know that fucked your head up for
I
real.
was like, hey,
"Hey,
Did she say anything back?
nah.
Okay,
all right, what is
She was too far away. You know
Yeah.
how it go.
but it fucked you up though. You was
Yeah.
like,
It's the same thing when I
oh,
ran into Chris Tucker. I was like, Chris Tucker. He was like, "What's up, man? I gotta go."
That's Atlanta life, man.
Yeah.
It's a small city, so we gonna run
I think
across
that-
And then I
somebody.
got a picture with Fat Joe.
okay, that's dope.
I got a picture with Fat Joe.
That's real fandom right there.
Yeah,
Lisa Ray was kind of a bitch.
I could guess that.
Well, actually, Lisa Ray showed up. I think I was in maybe middle school, like off of Sweet Auburn. Like they had a Sweet Auburn Fest, and we were using the church I went to was using the parking lot, and she like was doing the turnaround, like, "How do y'all get to this?" And I'm like, and the girl's like, "Is that Lisa Ray?" And she was like, "Hey."
Nah, she.
I mean, she was nice in that moment. I can't say
What-
she may have just like, "Nigga, get away from me."
I'd say she was kind of a bitch, but like given the circumstance, I probably would have been too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
Listen,
what
I
I'm
don't mind celebrities not his.
I know I'm
When
not.
I
cut
walk out in
for
the world,
celebrity.
I don't want to be bothered with everybody.
Exactly.
either.
I know I'm not cut out for celebrity. I don't like people, and I'm normal. Nobody knows me. I got a very few followers on all my social media. If too many people know me, or they trying to make out my face, I know you from something. I'm gonna get weirded the fuck out. I don't want to be an asshole. I'm like, bro, why you standing so close? Like, no, back up. Like, I don't know y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said,
No new friends. No new.
like
no,
if we think about celebrities walking through the world and stuff like that, or just anybody really, I always believe you should kind of mind your own fucking business. Like there's times where I work on TV shows, movies, all that stuff. Y'all know that about me, and sometimes I have opportunities to run into some of your biggest stars. The biggest person I ran into was The Rock. That's the most famous person that's ever spoke back to me, at least that I can think of. And he like, "What's up, brother?" And side note, imagine The Rock saying "nigga" like that. I can't even like. I'm trying to build that cadence in my head. I couldn't imagine him saying "nigga."
I feel
I
like
think he will struggle.
I feel. You know what?
That nigga will struggle.
I feel like him saying "nigga" would be worse. Like his cadence would be worse than Obama saying "nigga." Like if Obama said "nigga," you'd be like, okay.
Okay, yeah. Because Obama has a very black swag, if that makes sense. Like the way he walks, the way he probably licks his tongue when he's looking at Michelle. Like, you know what we're about to happen? We get back in that limo. Like he has a very black swag.
And they like
with the Rock.
I'm still from Chicago.
Like, think about it. Say motherfucker. You say motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, Rock definitely says motherfucker.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to some of Rock's rated R movies and listen to Rock say the word motherfucker. He never says motherfucker. It's motherfucker.
Yeah, he don't Samuel L. Jackson.
And you know what? Anytime he's in a rated R movie with Kevin Hart, he won't let Kevin Hart say nigga.
Really?
When have you ever heard Kevin Hart say the word nigga around Rock?
I don't watch that many.
That's true.
Kevin
That's
Hart.
true. That's like a weird question. Like, well, I can't really expound further on the subject matter.
Like I really want to, but
I don't. But so say, okay, let's look at celebrity, being a celebrity, and just kind of wanting to be left alone. So as we walk through the world, you know, we ourselves want to be left alone.
right.
We want you to mind your fucking business with us. And as we walk through the world, we learn to mind our fucking business. If you're a New Yorker, you know how to mind your fucking business. At least in my opinion. Unless you one of them new Soho hoes. Like, you don't know how to mind your business. If you got a Pomeranian, I know you don't know how to mind your business. So in this age, when is not a good time to just walk away, to actually sit there and watch what's going on? So say like, say you walk in a room and the nigga said, man, bitch, I'll slap the shit out you.
Mind your business.
Should you mind your business? But should you mind your business? Or should you not mind your business?
Mind your business. Now he says, bitch, I kill you. And she's like, shut up, da 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 da. Hold on. And he reach in his pocket and, yes, do something. Don't just walk away. Do something.
You gonna take out your camera phone?
Take out your camera phone. At least you'll give key evidence. You do something. Don't just be like, well,
you better put it on live if you shoot
somebody's daughter gonna die. It's none of my business. Don't do that. But if it's, shut up, bitch. Da, 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 da. Listen, you don't know nothing about nothing with that.
That's true.
You don't know nothing about it. Could be a whole can of worm. She could have fucked his daddy. You don't know what's going on. Just mind your business.
So
Real niggas don't get involved when it comes to dick and pussy.
Okay.
Real niggas don't get involved when it comes to dick and pussy.
you think so? Mm-hmm. So
Talk about it.
all right. So with that being said, with those words, there's a culture of black women don't feel protected.
Hey,
Right.
That's a true thing.
So, and I'm not gonna lie, it confuses me to some aspect on when should I be that dude to step in and be like, hey my dude, you need to watch your steps.
Yeah.
Because I've been there.
Yeah.
Like I remember a friend's birthday party on that yacht, and I was taking pictures. I don't know if you went.
No,
you
I
didn't
wasn't
go.
there. That was the one.
But you were there, Raven.
Oh,
Yeah. And one of the dudes he was drunk and he wanted to do a shout out on the mic, but he wanted to touch the DJ stuff. And I'm like, nah, you can't do that. And then he tried to swell up on the DJ, which was a woman. And I was like, all right, we ain't about to have that.
Right.
So I stood up. I'm like, all right. I stood there. I didn't advance for him because he wasn't.
You just made your presence known.
I made my presence known.
You got
I was
more,
like,
more
look,
than that problem.
Look, it's gonna be a problem if you touch her. It's a problem. But I'm
Right.
letting you know I'm standing right here. So if you
Right.
want, I didn't engage him in the sense of I'm about to fuck you up. It was more so like, all right, I'm sober.
Yeah.
I'm sober, and I know you don't have a gun because we
that's
patted you down.
on a legal front. That's a
hope not,
that's a
Luis.
slippery slope because had it advanced with that, and you weren't even the initial part of what was going on, you would be seen as the aggressor.
Exactly.
And it's tough, and I think that's why people were so critical with Jada and the Will situations, and in hindsight, and all this people gathering information that wasn't even there about how toxic she is as a person, how she's kind of put him in a bad mental and emotional space, which I feel like that's all irrelevant, that's all hearsay. But I think it goes to show, like, mind your fucking business. If you're not in the midst of it all, let they shit be they shit. Right. Don't go and trampling through they shit, carrying that shit into your house.
You know what? Even on a public platform, I'm minding my business.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucked your child's friend? All right.
I feel like
Do you?
in that situation, in this situation, right? You shouldn't care because it has nothing to do with you.
Right.
But at the same time, like the amount of people that are sticking up for her and don't give a fuck about what Will got going on, even though it's Will that they was praising for.
And you know,
like just a few days before they turned on his ass,
Right.
they were praising that nigga.
Right? And it's like that shit.
I still
that shit
feel,
right there.
I still feel for Will so like on so many levels. On so many levels, I feel for what Will had going on and what led Will to that point. But you know, to go back to True statement about there's a lot of black women, and this, I think what happened out of that whole slap situation is way bigger than the slap. I mean, we can break down the slap and August and all these other things all day long, but the bigger, more fascinating conversation is what does feeling safe mean for everybody? You know, what does providing safety mean for the modern man? How can we be what we're biologically programmed to be, but also be these intelligent, you know, developed people that we are now? And it's just like
the way
tough.
the way I looked at it is I looked at it as people throwing a tantrum for what they couldn't do to
there was
Dave
a lot of
Chappelle.
that. There was a lot of that.
What they couldn't do to Dave Chappelle. So it's like niggas was mad about Dave Chappelle making his statements or whatever, and then everybody gets mad when it's like, is this comedy? Is this comedy? And then they feel
Yeah.
like that's a scapegoat,
Yeah.
right?
And there's
But
a
it's
little
like-
bit of there is a little bit of that, but in
It's like
in Dave Chappelle's case and in Chris Rock's case, no, it is literally comedy in its rawest
comedy.
form. But there are those occasions where you have comedians doing some passive aggressive bullshit and
But this ain't
some low hanging fruit bullshit ass excuse for a comedy. But this ain't it. You're right. This is not. Neither one of these are it. Now my initial reaction was I feel like it was more rooted in just raw masculinity and how it has its shortfalls. For better or for worse, it has its shortfalls. And I really do want us, we're you know, with three men on a microphone, you have those urges when you with your lady and you watching the room and you have to do the math in your head of how I can keep her safe or if something did pop off, what I would do and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's getting more and more complicated as society moves forward, in my opinion.
I would say, you know, yes, and I did just walk back in the room, so I gotta figure out what the fuck you talking about.
yeah.
But just that question, just there, like what does
just the-
protection mean for you when you you just went to a theme park with your lady?
Yeah.
You're a man. It's wired into you. You're assessing everything. You are aware of your environment.
All right, so this is me. I'm not a jealous person
At all.
Because here's my thing. I'm dating someone that looks good.
Yep.
Like she's fine. Like I'm dating someone that if this person didn't know this person across the room, that person is gonna start to desire that person. That person goes, God damn, what's up? What's up? Even when they hear I got a man, oh whatever, what's up? What he got to do with me? What's up? That comes with the territory. And to me, if I'm dating someone beautiful, of course she's desired. So I can't sit here and be upset that other people are going to desire what I've also desired. Just vice versa is her. If I look good and other women want me, she can't really get mad at other women for finding me attractive because it is what it is. Now, lucky enough, we're in a very
And both of y'all got stories.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all be handling this shit like a G. Like that shit.
man. If y'all can see the DMs, man. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start a business for women, men. It's whatever. Say y'all get that 2 year, maybe 6 month down the line DM. You ain't heard from this person in a
What
long
you
time,
doing?
and
How you doing?
you legit like leave me the fuck alone. But you but you don't want to be a bitch or an asshole about it. Talk to me. I know how to write a message to this person in which they'll be like, wow, they were really mature and put me in my place, and I'm gonna leave them the fuck alone. And when I say I have a 97% success rate, and really the 3% is just really because he talked back a little bit, and then he left, but he still left. He put like this: I guarantee at least 2 more messages he'll leave away. He left in 3.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You can't win them all.
But I think the way that y'all. The way it works for y'all is y'all both have a level of personal security. And I think that's something that in the classical sense of gender roles and man providing security, it doesn't fit. To whereas she's intellectually and in a lot of senses physically aware of her surroundings more than say your grandma would have been.
Yeah.
Or your grandma would have been capable of being. And so forth for you.
My grandma, she was on top of it.
Both
my grandma loved bad boys.
But my grandma carried a 38 in her purse.
So did mine.
So
my grandma carried a sawed-off shotgun.
We know.
So did mine. Matter of fact, I got the pistol in my bedroom because I was going to a closet.
I mean, acutely on a social level, in an environment where you got to communicate without speaking.
It was old.
You know what I'm saying? You got to communicate without speaking. There is a expectation of your partner to do certain things. Grandma knew how to carry herself a certain way. Grandma covered up. Grandma believed in modesty because she didn't want to draw attention because she knew granddaddy was that nigga who was going to, you know what I'm saying, do something, whether it was right or wrong. But and I'm not, and don't get me wrong, because it sounds like it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
it's a slippery slope. I'm not saying that
somebody's about to rain.
I'm not saying that any woman should feel that she needs to dress a certain way. I'm simply trying to paint the spectrum of the modern world. The modern world we live in, I think it takes a level of self-awareness on both sides. It takes a level of accountability on both sides to where your girl knows you. Mm-hmm. You know your girl. Y'all are going to both protect each other's situation.
Right.
It's not going to be a one-way street, you know?
You know what? I feel like if your girl get into it with a nigga that's bigger than you, and then you come around and you be like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you pull up, and if she don't be like, no, baby, come on, let's go home. Let's go. She don't love you, dog.
Hold on, so you saying if your girl be like, you can't win, and I'm not gonna put you in this
If
position?
Mike Tyson slap your lady, and you jump up in Mike Tyson's face, and your girl be like, and your girl don't be like, and your girl don't be like, baby, he ain't worth it. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say it like this.
He ain't worth it.
My girl is gonna know. Any
He
woman,
right. I'm not gonna lie. He right though.
Any
He
woman
right.
who vote, because I asked my brother about the whole Will and Jada situation, and he had said, that both of them, college graduates in their fields making great money, and they're of that thing. And he rolled over to her in the bed and was like, baby, what would you expect from me though in that situation? And she was like, I wouldn't expect you to do that shit, but I keep cash in the house because I need to have bail money. You know what I'm saying? So she knows who he is. You can't control every situation.
You right.
You cannot control every situation.
He's right.
And for me, so if Tyson slapped my girl ass, I might die that night. I might die. But I want my girl to have life insurance on me. She got policies. And, just know who you dealing with. I'm not about to just now. Am I gonna just square up with Mike Tyson? Blah, blah, blah? No, I might go to the trunk. I might do some more sucker shit. But you just not gonna disrespect my woman. You just not gonna. I don't care how big you are. I don't
leave and
care.
come back. You cannot.
I
leave
will
and come
do some.
back.
I will do some sucker
Leave and
shit
come
like
back
that.
is a fucking charge. You're gonna
Mike
get
Tyson got a pet
You know
tiger.
what?
I'm planning this
Not
shit
no
out.
more. Not no more. It's gone.
But he had one. I'm planning this shit out.
I fully agree with you.
I'm planning this shit. You not
Tiger don't know
I'm just not
commands.
that guy. I'm just not.
Look.
For better or for worse.
I fully agree with you. I want to die with my honor intact too, right?
What the fuck is honor though? What's honor? What are we talking about
But
here?
let's be real.
What is this silvery? Is guy gonna be like, oh, I see your honor
Let's be
points?
real. Let's
You
be
know
real.
honor though.
Let's be
You
real.
This
know,
guy
bro.
see honor points? He be like, all right,
Let's
I'm gonna
be
let you
real.
into heaven off these honor points you got
Let's
here.
be real. Will Smith go up there, smack them,
That was not honor.
That
was an honor.
smack them on
That was
his
a
wife,
breakdown.
on his wife's honor.
That was a breakdown.
Right? He gets charged with assault. Now he got served 9 to 10 years. Jada ain't waiting the 9, 10 years. He fucking everybody, bro. Like, what honor did he protect?
That's real talk. But you know,
now Will wouldn't have got 9 to 10 years. He would have got 8.
So we're gonna get into it. Like,
Will didn't get anything.
Know what I'm saying? if he actually got charged with assault, he would have got 8 months at best. Maybe some community service and anger management classes. Matter of fact, he should have just took the charges. Honestly, I would have just took the charges at this point. Honestly, like, fuck, what else?
If we had to really get into
free therapy.
Yeah, but how the Academy came down on him was superficial. Well, the Academy is bullshit to begin with.
Dude, look who. First of all, look who. How many black people comprise the Academy? And when I tell you, just looking at the internet, both Facebook, Twitter, and what's another platform that I'm on, and Instagram, the people that are hardest on Will Smith were white people. I'm talking about the dog loving white people, like Will Smith.
Of course,
like you saw what Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey went in on Will Smith,
and Jim Carrey is the last person to go in on anybody.
And I was shocked. I was like, "Damn, Jim is pissed off at Will."
Jim Carrey is one
because Jim is that. Well, Jim is both a stand-up comedian and an actor. So just like he sees it from both fields. He's like, "Bruh, take a fucking chill pill."
Now I was Mr.
First of all, Will needed some good weed,
but it was that,
and nobody did that for him. Where's his team?
It was warranted. It was warranted. He needed going in on.
No, hold on. Was it warranted?
Yeah, it was about time for him, I guess.
No, was it warranted from
Samuel Jackson's next?
What you mean? I think Samuel's solid. I think he's.
I'm just saying.
Solid.
I'm just saying. It's one of them situations where it's like how many. And Eddie Griffin said it best. When it comes to black people in Hollywood, it's very hard to leave without an asterisk.
Facts.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
So. Like I literally said one day, and,
that's so true.
And I pray to God this never happens. The Rock, that scares me. If something bad comes out about The Rock, nigga, I'll lose all faith.
Really?
I'm dead ass. If something bad came out about The Rock, dude, The Rock ain't nothing but a good dude. He just want to go fishing and work out and raise his kids. And
that sound like every serial killer.
Every serial killer you ever met in your life. Oh my God, that's John Wayne Gacy. Not him. BTK killer. That nigga was a deacon of the church.
It's weird because I guess.
Damn, what was his name? Fuck.
Something Raider. Dennis Rader. That even sounds like a good series.
I'm over here trying to think about the last time I was disappointed by a public figure. I really don't. I'm
not surprised no more. So nobody can really hurt my feelings. Oh man, you was my hero.
I don't think I've ever.
Heroes will fuck your girl. So that's all I got to say.
Superman ran through him. But I don't know if I've ever expected anything from anyone outside myself. Like I don't know if that's when I look at a hero. I don't have any heroes. You know, as an adult, when you become an adult, you understand that it's just a series of decisions that make somebody different from you.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Or what they put out about
the last one
exactly.
for me was Farrakhan. If I'm being honest,
He was a hero to you?
He wasn't a hero to me, but
you looked up to him.
I looked up to him.
Really?
Yeah. I like. I'm
trying to think of somebody I looked up to.
I like the way he talked.
He do talk smooth. But that's that old fucking leader of the nation ass speech.
Oh, religious player type shit.
That's a class. He took a class for that.
I like the way he talked. I like.
You know what?
I
look
like
up
how
to
he
Elon
empowered
Musk.
people.
I look up to Elon Musk autistic ass. I do look up to that cat.
I'm not gonna lie, he scares me.
He does. And that's why I look up to him.
He look like he eat like children foreskin. Like that's what he look like.
And so look up is a weird word. That's weird for a grown man to say. But I would say this. Like I admire Elon being so irregular, so light years irregular to the next person to him, to where he's like, I'm not trying to blend in. I'm gonna bother you, but I'm not gonna bother you on purpose. I'm not trolling you. I'm just going to be me, and I'm gonna keep doing business. If your business affects my business, I'm gonna buy shares of it. I like that shit. I honestly respect
nigga. That's some
shit.
Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog ass.
Hey, and we praised it when Prince by the likeness of somebody's, whatever. Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, Michael Jackson. We praised it when Michael Jackson did that, but then when somebody like Elon Musk do it, we're like, oh,
actually they didn't praise Michael Jackson. They were like, Michael Jackson's an asshole for that.
Nah, that's just
The Beatles did. The Beatles were like, "Oh, Michael Jackson's an asshole for that one." The Beatles was pissed.
It's a part of big bank take little bank little nigga. Hey, it's a part of the process.
He was like, and the sad part is with that one. I forget which one it was. Maybe McCartney. Maybe he was like, "Yeah." So Mike came to me. He was like, "How much is your catalog worth?" And he was like, "I don't know, about 35 million." Okay, and he said, "Man, fucking 3 days later, Mike done bought the damn catalog."
I mean,
And you sitting there like, damn.
yeah.
Well played, Michael.
And Mike ain't raised his voice, not yet.
Nigga,
Still, you know.
I told you I ain't want to be fucked with.
Michael Jackson was that nigga, dog.
It was that guy.
Man.
He had a, you know,
Dude,
he had a zoo.
You ever watch look up Michael Jackson and just type in the keyword asshole behind it. And you will see some of the fucking funniest moments ever in Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson went in on this nigga so hard.
I watched that
He fired this nigga on stage. He like, Phil, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Phil? You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. And I'm like, this nigga got fired at rehearsal.
Bro, when I say I watched that documentary,
Which
and
one?
the one about
This Is It?
when he died. Yeah,
I never watched that.
nigga, that nigga was so hard on them dancers.
Bruh, he is not one to be fucked with. Mike is a perfectionist.
he was like, bitch, I'm 50 years old. If you can't keep up with me,
Who did he sound a lot like in that? He
James
sounded
Brown?
like 6'4", 6 foot whatever. Mamba, Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Dude, James Brown was like that.
To be brilliant, you're not gonna be likable.
That nigga
To do something significant on the planet with a lot of people involved, you're maybe not gonna be likable at the end of the day.
Man,
you know what I'm
that
saying? Because niggas be playing too much, you know. So
that
it
nigga
is
was
what it
like,
is.
You out. You out. You done. Who? Give me somebody else.
Give me somebody else. You're out. You didn't make the cut.
You're gone. You're gone. You're gone.
I knew you flew from Kansas, but go back home. You're like,
Looking like you're headed back to Kansas or Arkansas, where the fuck you're from. That sucks.
Hey, imagine.
That sucks.
Hey,
That's
look,
your whole dream.
look,
Your whole dream was to be Michael Jackson, and
That's
Michael Jackson
life.
like your footwork is terrible.
Hey, tell
Like,
me.
imagine if Michael
Life.
Jackson told you that.
Hey, look, you get back to the crib. It's like, shit, how that Michael Jackson man? Fuck Michael Jackson, dog.
and
Pussy ass
unfortunately,
nigga.
and with super cancel
He
culture,
don't know good dance moves.
With
He
super,
old.
with super cancer culture is led
That
to
nigga cap.
it's led to us getting like that subpar shit. That person who looks nothing like Michael Jackson style was like, the next coming, blah blah blah. And you were like, man, bro can't dance. He can't dance. You know, back in the day when Michael Jackson running the show, you got to be cream of the crop if you want to make the tour. Ain't no non-rhythm nigga gonna be on the
on
tour.
that bitch.
You
Ain't
know,
no.
it just is what it is. You know, cream
Nah, you
rise
right.
to the top.
You know,
Man, I miss Michael Jackson.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I'm not gonna lie. I still remember the day that he died because I was still working. I was like, what? It had to be before I was 20. It's over 10 years. It's been 10 years now, at least maybe 12 years. I think it was 2010, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was 2010. And I was sitting there, and it was on a radio fucking station. My computer was next to the radio in our room, and they're like, Michael Jackson's being rushed to the hospital, and I'm like, damn, Mike about to die. Like legit, that was the first thing I said, man. Mike about to die.
Yeah.
Because you ain't never heard about Michael Jackson being rushed to the hospital, and Michael Jackson been rushed to the hospital
But
so
we to
many
be
times.
honest, in the later
He got
part of
burnt.
later part of his year, later part of his life, we kind of knew, even though he was still a young dude, we knew it was about done for him. Like he became more reclusive.
2009.
In 2009, damn, it's been that long. I knew it was at least 10. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of figured something was going on.
No,
'Cause, you
I
know,
mean, Mike. First of all, Mike was signed over $100 million deal in the 80s with his record company in the 80s. Like $100 million in the 80s is damn near a billion. It's close to $1 billion
something
now.
crazy.
Like it's close to.
It's something the record company
Let's-
said we're
let's
betting
talk-
the whole company on him.
if not over $1 billion now.
Hold on,
'Cause
hold
yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk, bro.
What you mean? What you want?
Off the wall, Thriller, bad.
Oh man, how did we get here?
What are we about to do?
So are we ranking them?
Off the wall, Thriller,
Why your nose so close to the mic? Take your nose off.
bad.
Thank you.
Where we at?
Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, please do, because I'm not eating, man.
I mean, I know my number one, but it's like, where do I put my 2 and 3? It's like,
I'm gonna go Thriller because I like the dance.
okay.
I'm gonna go Off the Wall because I want to groove, and I'm gonna go Bad because I like that.
the content. The content.
But
of
did
it,
you
yeah.
rank them though?
That's
He just
That's
did.
your rank. So Bad is last.
yes.
Bad is last. out of
Bad
those.
is one.
Bad
Bad
is
is
three.
Bad is one for you.
one. Well, I'm asking him.
No, it's three.
Bad is
Bad is
three.
three.
So he got Thriller as number one, Off the Wall number two,
Yeah.
and then Bad.
If I had to go off of J5 criteria, is
Now go off yours.
Mine, Thriller, Bad, Off the Wall.
Me and Mike share the same one.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
because Thriller was like, it changed the world.
Yeah,
man.
Thriller changed the game.
That shit changed everything.
Like when he
On
came in
every
with
level.
Thriller, he fucked everybody.
The
Like,
music
dude, I
video
still
industry.
remember his acceptance speech when he went in on Jermaine,
Man.
because Jermaine was going in on Mike tomorrow. Thriller ain't gonna be shit. Don't want to hear that bullshit. And then he like, I want to thank everybody, especially Jermaine. And he points to that nigga in the crowd, and Jermaine just sitting there like, boy, why you couldn't die? That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Your own brother. He's like, man, I can't believe that nigga
Thriller
succeeded.
was the best.
Yeah, Thriller was the best. Bad because Bad had the most singles that
Bad shit.
were high charting singles.
Damn, hold on, wait.
I think it was like
what
4
was
or
that
5.
album with Do You Remember?
That was.
Do you remember?
Was it His Story?
Fuck.
Do you remember?
That album was good as fuck.
That's either History or Dangerous. I think I forget that one.
That album was good as fuck.
No, that was good too. But Thriller and Bad, to me, those two albums alone, it can't be.
That's
fucked.
childhood.
That's childhood.
That's childhood.
Like, I was a Michael Jackson fan just off those two albums. Like, I didn't really even get to Off the Wall until I was damn near a teenager.
Well, my focus was playing Off the Wall.
Well, my dad had Off the Wall, but he had Thriller and Bad and Dangerous. So
My focus was playing Off the Wall. So when
that was disco.
I was listening to Off the Wall, and then of course Jackson 5 and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then I got introduced to Thriller. Nigga, I had nightmares about the Thriller video.
Dude, not me, bro.
Honestly,
shit
Halloween,
scared
Halloween
the fuck
is
out of
the
me.
in my black mind. Halloween is the Thriller video, like that. Like whenever Halloween come around, I'm like, okay, this is Thriller. I need to.
love the Thriller video.
too.
Man,
No,
like, it's just
when I
so
say I
good.
loved it, my mom, I don't know who did it for me, but they taped the making of Thriller on the tape, and my mom said I watched that so many times. Like I'm talking about I'm in preschool watching this tape.
Bruh. I watched the tape that you were talking about.
But I watched it. I wasn't afraid of that shit.
with you.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. That was my see. Yeah. So now you know. So, but that was long before I met you that I had that tape.
Yeah,
So man,
yeah,
why you had to bring Mike on?
yeah. No, man, like you know,
Why we always trying to rank niggas? Who's your top?
I don't. You know, I don't mind the ranking.
Shit don't matter.
I don't mind the ranking conversation because I don't think when you rank somebody under somebody, it takes away from their overall impact. Because it could be that one track that you want played at your funeral, and you don't care that somebody ranked them 5 on their top 5.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It meant something to you.
That's true.
So I don't mind it, but I think the ranking thing just puts things into context of cultural impression. Like what effect did it have on you? Like it makes everybody in the room think back to the moment that song came out. And you like,
It make
oh
you think
shit,
about
that shit
the
was
feeling.
different.
It's like why you ain't feel how I felt about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cultural like touchstones. It's like everybody trying to get on the same level with each
For
other.
me,
You know?
music for me has to have a cinematic feel to it. Like I have to be able to score that shit.
I like
to
storytelling style.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
something. It doesn't have to be
World-
scored. I'm just saying,
world
just the
building.
feel of it.
Yeah, just
Like-
big. Like
Think about how many movies that you hear in movies. How many movies you hear in movies? How many songs you hear in movies? And you've heard that same song in like dozens of other movies. It's a very cinematic song. Like it belongs.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it knows how to describe a scene better than anything. Or when someone like one of my favorite soundtracks is Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained. Now that's a fucking
Yeah.
well scored. I got that bitch on final.
Yeah.
Like that's a well scored fucking film. Matter of fact, a lot of his films are actually extremely well scored.
The early 2000s black cinema soundtracks. There's nothing.
Yeah, you
like
can't even
them.
fuck with.
No, I'm talking about
which
like
ones?
I'm talking about like The Wood. I'm talking about The Best Man. Like I'm talking about.
But that was
those soundtracks.
D'Angelo and fucking. That was like premium fucking
It was
neo soul
It's
days.
something about those soundtracks that just go.
Yeah,
They
Erykah Badu
fit-
on them.
They fit the movies. They fit the tone.
'Cause it was chocolate.
They captured the essence of what was happening in that moment in time. You know, to whereas now you listen to a movie. Now I will say the most recent movie soundtrack was what was the black western that came out on Netflix?
With who?
Where everybody was
The
in it.
harder they fall.
The Harder They Fall. That soundtrack was solid and it fit the vibe in a weird way.
Yeah.
It had this kind of Caribbean Western vibe to it. That was fire. But I don't really get that energy anymore from a lot of movie soundtracks, you know?
I don't know. People. I don't know how well people think about when they score films.
Yeah.
Again, Quentin Tarantino, but Adrian Young that scored a few films like Black Dynamite. Remember Black Dynamite?
Man. Yeah.
It was a comedy, but that shit was hot. Like they made music just for that, just for that fucking.
But I don't remember the soundtrack to that movie, though.
I bought the soundtrack. I have it.
I don't remember the Black Dynamite soundtrack. Damn.
Nigga, matter of fact, did you ever watch House of Pain? The Tyler Perry shit? Have you ever seen any episode? Let's say that.
I mean, if I did, I don't remember.
You,
to be honest,
I feel like you at least seen it with your mama. Yeah. So Curtis, the dad, that's the nigga singing throughout the entire soundtrack.
Oh,
That is the nigga singing throughout that. Jimmy, like the first song. With a bit of my booby that is fucking Curtis from House of Pain.
See,
Fucked you up, didn't it?
yeah.
I was like, dude, when I looked that shit up, I was like, that nigga singing.
you know what? See, hit my head.
What? Like down in my
You
stomach.
let your. I thought you let your. I thought you told your mama you won't let your brother get on drugs, black. He did. And that nigga
trying to hang up on him. Yeah. Yeah. No, he was talking about when Black Dynamite was doing the kung fu and he was beating up everybody. And his Aunt Ruby called. Was it Aunt Ruby? I figured that wasn't her name.
That was one of those rare.
Settle down, Justin. Settle down. Breathe.
That was, you know what? That was early days of social media.
Yeah, that was
where it wasn't about everything you did in life. You posted it, and we was in high school. It was like 9th, 10th grade.
No, we graduated high school in 2006, bro.
Okay, so wait, but it just feel weird. I don't know.
We were like 21 in 2000.
So which one? I'm trying to think of the time period when Black
was.
Dynamite came out, right?
2008.
I feel like it wasn't no social media pull that brung us to the theater. No. It was something. It was something.
No, Marcus saw it on the Red Box.
So he saw it on the Red.
When he
we went to the theater to see it.
No, but he saw the preview on I think a DVD, Blood and Bone.
Okay,
that's where he saw the preview because I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Me neither. Yeah. And so we
all caught everybody off guard.
But he had made.
I had no idea.
He had played it, and this is pre-social media days. It used to be one homeboy came to y'all and pled his case and said, "We got to care about this." And the group be like, if your case is convincing, we're going to go. Yeah. If it's not, we not. His case was convincing. We all went into the theater 1,000% blind. And we went in.
Actually, I don't remember his case. I just remember following y'all. I was like, yo, we about to go to the movies. I don't know. He didn't plead the case to me.
He had to have a good case for all of us to show up.
Nah, I just can't.
No, that nigga said you want to go to the movies, and I was like, let's go.
Yeah, he didn't even tell us. I had no clue what Black Dynamite was. Like I knew nothing about it.
I never seen a
trailer. I was mostly because I knew about black exploitation films and how it's funny. It's like old kung fu film, but I didn't know what Black Dynamite was trying to do. We sat down in that theater and we was what? It was all of us and maybe 3 or 4 other people.
No, it was just us.
It was just us.
At
Stonecrest Mall.
No, we didn't go to Stonecrest.
Where we go?
We went to some place out about like that. It's like one of the megaplexes on 85 or something like that. We was out because they didn't show that in a regular movie theater.
Died laughing,
dude. I went and saw it again. Matter of fact, I went that night and illegally downloaded it.
Yeah.
And you know what the crazy part is? what I downloaded was the Sundance version. So this part's like that showed up in the credits of the movie. That's actually in the movie on the version that I got. So you got Brian McKnight, bitch. You look like you need pimping on. And you're like,
You know what?
She said, I got a pimp. I said, she get. You nigga ain't no pimp. You're valet for hoes. Oh,
Hey,
God, I love that movie.
To this day.
To this day. I
If
still watch
somebody
it.
if somebody ever called me a boy, I'd be like, Justin Day.
Just never may be a lot of things, but I ain't never been no boy. So you must have caught me in when I was swimming.
I might have been a child before, but I ain't never been no boy.
That's some real shit to say to a nigga. And you think about it, Black
That's
Dynamite
the
grew up in Jim Crow.
Look, that's the name of this episode.
Well, Black Dynamite grew up in Jim Crow.
I might have been the children before, but I ain't never been no boy.
That's real. Oh man, my stomach hurts off that one.
Man,
I'm hungry.
we can go.
All right, yeah, let's take a break.